A federal judge has paused the Trump administration's termination of temporary protected status for hundreds of thousands of Haitians.
Well, TPS allows certain migrants to live and work in the U.S. and was set to expire this week. But the uncertainty has many who work in the elder care industry worried about what these changes could mean for their field.
Lee Waldman is in New York joining us live. Lee, how much of the elder care industry as a whole is made up of immigrants?
Ashley, Mark, good to be with you both. Immigrant workers make up roughly 30% of the aging services workforce. That's according to a 2023 study by the nonprofit nonpartisan KFF. Elder care advocates are worried about the impact of efforts to try and remove some of these immigrant workers.
There's no question that it could be fatal. I mean, when you remove workers, then care is disrupted.
Elder care industry leaders like Katie Smith-Sloan are bracing for potential impacts to a key pillar of their workforce, immigrants. More than 350,000 Haitians were narrowly spared this week from losing their temporary protective status when a federal judge stepped in. A sizable share of them care for older Americans.
When we make changes to our immigration policies, when we suspend the opportunity for people to come to this country or send them back to their home country, it creates enormous amount of disruption.
Immigrants make up for more than a quarter of workers who provide direct care in long-term care settings, according to KFF, a health policy research group. They make up nearly 1/3 of those who work in home care. Katia Guillaume, a union leader representing home care workers, feels the attempts to cut TPS designations are being done maliciously.
They have been a valuable contribution to the healthcare industry that they work in, and it would be devastating to the already struggling healthcare system that we have.
The aging services industry is contending with over 300,000 openings on any given day, according to data from Leading Age. But it's more than the jobs themselves. The relationships between caretakers and their elderly clients aren't easily replaced.
You become family after a while.
You know, it's very personal care. That relationship is what makes it work.
The pause for Haitian TPS holders is just temporary while this case makes its way through the court system. Meanwhile, a DHS spokesperson said that the Haiti TPS program, quote, was never intended to be a de facto asylum program, yet that's how previous administrations have used it for decades. Mark, Ashley.
Lee, we mentioned how this affects hundreds and thousands of immigrants in our country. So who exactly is eligible for TPS relief?
Mark, that's a great question. So the DHS secretary has the authority to designate a country for TPS. Now, TPS relief applies to people who would face extreme hardship if they were forced to go back to their homeland that has been devastated by either natural disaster like we saw in Haiti or by armed conflict, also something that we saw there in Haiti. DHS announced a termination of TPS designation for a number of countries this year, in addition to what we saw in Haiti, including Honduras, Nepal, and South Sudan. But in all of those instances, a federal judge has stepped in to put a stop to it.
It's something important to watch and continue to follow.
Yeah, Lee Waldman for us today in New York, live for us. Thanks, Lee.